We heard you might be getting a little hungry, so once again we have accommodated you. Our next challenge is called Macomb Munchies. PZ's down to 5, which means you guys need to sit out too. This is a team food eating relay. I will not tell you what the food is ahead of time. You're gonna decide what order you want to eat in, with the general description that the first person to eat will have the easiest thing to eat, and the last person will have the hardest thing to eat. So, there will be one contestant from each tribe at the first spot, and you're only eating it with your mouth. Your hands are not involved at all. In the cup is your choice. If you feel like you're getting a little dry and you want to wash it down, that's a delicious cup of clam juice. You do not have to drink it. It's up to you. Once you complete your plate and get the all clear from the spotter, the next person in your tribe will begin to eat theirs, and so on. First tribe to finish all 5 platters wins immunity. The second tribe to finish all 5 platters wins immunity. So what I need you to do now is decide who's sitting out Tatanka, who's sitting out Tocho. Y'all don't go.
Go yellow.
Go.
Come on, Red. You got it.
Do it.
Are we allowed to hold the plate?
You got this.
You got it. Hey.
First contestant's working on dried black
You got
fungus.
it. Get it down.
What is our delicious dish?
Oh, you Rachel. Let's go.
Second group of contestants are waiting anxiously to start on their devil's tongue.
You got this, Laura.
What is that?
You got this, Maria.
Come on, Laura.
Come on, Laura, you got this.
I'm genuinely
got
like
it, Maria.
curious. Like, is it a seed?
I got this. It's just hard to chew.
This stuff is very dry, hard to chew and swallow. Nice healthy sized portion on these plates. All 3 ladies making good progress though. Rachel going right into that clam juice.
Come on, Laura. Get it down.
Yes, Laura.
Let's go, Rachel.
I never choose.
Got it. You got it.
Laura taking big bites.
Keep going, Rachel.
Rachel taking small pieces at a time. Maria somewhere in the middle. 3 different strategies.
Chew some more.
Killing the game, Laura. Come on.
Just, I have no idea. What is devil's tongue? Like spike too, so like you try swallowing them.
Come on, Laura.
Come on, Maria.
Rolling, Laura.
Rachel. You're getting there, Maria.
Maria looks like she and Rachel are about even right now. Laura a little bit behind.
It's not even that gross, y'all. It's so hard to chew.
I believe you.
It's like they're eating shells.
Go, Rachel.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
It's like a potato chip.
Maria's getting pretty close to finishing up her plates.
Reminder, it has to be a clear tongue.
Maria's got the last of hers in her mouth.
Doesn't even move. So close, Rachel.
Anna getting ready to dig into the devil's tongue.
Like a sea.
Clerk, Maria's good.
Good job, Maria.
Anna working on the devil's tongue.
Last bite, last bite.
Don't get.
Rachel's got the last of hers in.
Swallow it whole. Don't puke it up.
Mom's watching you,
Spit down. You got it.
Clear, that's good. Go, Rachel. Evan in there.
Rapid fire. Come on, Evan.
Got it, Hannah.
You're doing great.
Not bad.
Got it, Hannah. Keep it up. You're almost done. 30
Anna down to the last few pieces.
You got it, boy. You got it. It's nothing. Hannah. It's nothing.
Laura's got the rest of hers in.
You got it, Ev. Let's go, Ev.
Make sure you have it all down. Good.
Let's go, Evan. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah,
Just slide
take
right
that
down.
kimchi.
Just slide it right down.
So good, Steven.
Swallow it, swallow it, swallow it, swallow it.
Good.
Good job. Let's go. Come on, Jack.
Got
I love him.
Don't think about
Oh,
Jack.
that was a great lunch. Thank you.
Did you swallow it whole or
It's
two?
fermented cabbage.
Clear, go.
Okay.
Kathy's on to the
You got it, Steven.
That's
We
easy.
got it. We gotta go. We gotta go. Steven.
Good job, Jack. Good job, Jack.
Yes, Kathy, go.
Good job, Jack. Good job, Jack.
Come on, Kathy. Come on, Steven.
You got it, Jack. You got it, Jack.
Steven getting close.
Got it, Steven!
Good. Yes, Peppy.
Come on, Gabby.
Good job, Jack.
Happy, you're doing great.
That's not too bad.
Yes, Peppy.
Come on, Jack.
You're doing good.
Come on.
Yeah, you got this. Once you swallow, take
Get the big piece.
Come on.
Good work, Jack. Good work, Jack.
Pretend you're in Korea.
Let's swallow it down.
Kathy down to the last piece of the devil stuff. Yes, Kathy.
breath.
All right.
You got it, Jack.
Head back, Peppy. Head back.
Yeah.
Calm down, take a breath.
Get it down.
Do it.
Deep
You
breath.
can do it. You can do it.
Deep breath. You're the
That's a big piece.
got some time.
The pace is helping.
You got it.
You have
Good job, Jack.
Yeah,
Good
you
job.
couldn't get
Good
that
job.
done.
I had like.
I tried to
Jack's still working on the kimchi.
Clear.
All right.
Working on the kimchi for a few years. Get it down, buddy.
Jack. Courtney, you're my favorite person ever. You can do this.
Great job.
Courtney is
Courtney,
blowing
go.
through the kimchi for a peasy.
Come on, Jack.
Yes.
Don't look at her.
You need it.
Courtney, come
Lydia
on,
down to the
Courtney.
last
Come on.
performance.
You can do this. You can do this, girl.
Finish it.
Courtney. He's having trouble. You're good. I know you're chewing. You're good. You got this. Good job.
Come on, Peppy. You got it.
Yes, Courtney.
Peppy. Yeah, Peppy.
Swallow it and go.
You got it?
Hello, you brother.
Go. Yes. Leah's finishing up her last mouthful. Yes, John. Get it down. Get it down. Come on, Seth. Come on.
One more swallow. One more swallow.
Come on, Jack.
Katie on the pig's feet. Jojo.
I think so.
We can still come first, John. Come on.
Come on, John. You can do it. Get
Get it
it
down. Get it down.
Let's go, Jack. We can do it.
Break down onto the anchovies from Tatanka.
Fantastic.
Almost there.
You had a hard one.
Let's go, Pete.
Come on, Greg.
Yes.
You're almost caught
Got
up.
this,
Get it
John.
down. Get it down.
John, more than halfway through the anchovy plate. It's 2 bites.
Come on, you got it.
Come on.
We can't go back to tribal.
No.
Dion wants to eat.
I want to eat real bad. You got it. Keep going, John.
You got
Keep
this.
going. Greg's got a big mouthful. He's got to get that down. John, I need you to do this. John. Come on. Let's do it.
So, Greg.
We want him to eat.
Quick.
You're almost there.
Right, quick. John's got all the anchovies.
Hey, Jojo.
Yeah, baby.
Peasy, I'm sure you're getting tired of seeing me here. This afternoon has been pretty rough. 3 tribal councils now. John, is there anything that can change to swing what's happening here today?
Eventually, someone else is going to make a mistake. Yeah. Pounce all over it, and we can do it.
Well, what was the mistake there, Courtney? I didn't really see much of one.
I know. We all gave it our all. They were just a little bit faster. I think everyone tried their hardest.
So now you're down to 5. It was hard last time. I'm sure it doesn't get any easier. What was going on out there before you guys came in, Dion?
It's really like we left the last tribal council feeling really good about this 5. like really good and just thinking that we were going to go into the
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
Go into the next one and just actually like just demolish it, come through with the goods. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way, but I don't think, like, we all gave it our best, and I mean, we all tried to be as supportive of each other in the challenge as well. I mean, I was, you know, yelling out to each one of them, giving them encouragement the whole time, because that wasn't fun. That wasn't a fun challenge, and I just wanted to kind of reassure them that this, you know, we want to come through with the goods, but we just, yeah.
Kathy, the topic of age came up a few travels back. Scott's gone, Bill's gone. How's it make you feel?
Well, still a little vulnerable as we go down the line, but we've talked about some different things, but I'm also looking ahead, what will help us, and then just where I might be.
Laura, that's an interesting comment. Obviously, there's only so many more challenges left today. There's only so many more vote outs that could happen. Do you start to think down the line? Like, what's gonna happen? Or are you still all appeasy and we need to win?
I'm all appeasy. I don't know how many, I don't want to go in with 3 people. So it's still like tribe strong. But again, the last like 3 challenges, nobody made a mistake. So like there's not an obvious answer. I wish I could just, yeah, let's vote out the weak person, peace out. But that's not a thing.
So John, what's the criteria then? If it's not weak link and challenge, maybe it's not age, like how, something's gotta make the vote swing one way or the other.
I think it's just straight strategy for the long game. And just to follow up to what I said before, when I said we were just waiting for someone to make a mistake, I meant on the other team. I was not implying that anybody here made a mistake.
Yeah.
This team's
We knew
great.
what you meant.
Okay.
No, you're
I'll
good.
shut up now.
I said that because I don't think we have made a mistake, so we need them to make a mistake. I hear you.
Well, on that good note, Laura, it's time to vote.
I don't think you're going home tonight. If you are, I'm going to cry because this didn't work. I have a really tight alliance with John, but we need a core 4, and I feel like the core 4 is with them. I can't tell that to John. It would break my heart. So Dion, this is not real. Not even a little bit.
To make sure it's clear, that is Dion and not myself.
Sorry, I really want to work with you deep into this game, but I just gotta save my own butt.
Hoping this works out. Sorry.
I'll go tally the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol, now's the time to play it. I'll read the votes. First vote, John. Dion. 1 vote John, 1 vote Dion. Dion. 2 votes Dion, 1 vote John. John. 2 votes John, 2 votes Dion, 1 vote left. John, that's 3. That's enough. You need to bring me your torch. John, tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Easy, you can grab your flag.
I will still root for Laura and Courtney, even if they were the ones who voted me out. Laura and I went back to day one or night one, and we've been good together for most of the time. I'm not terribly surprised that they voted me out because it occurred to me that I'd vote myself out if I was in their shoes. I had a gut feeling after we lost the food challenge they might want to get rid of me just because I don't think it's an age-based thing. I think it had to do more with just maybe how I played the game, and I may have been a bit more pushy than I should have been. Maybe it had nothing to do with it, I don't know. I think that from the green team's point of view, they probably wanted to split us up because if we had stayed strong to the end, that would be difficult for them. And I don't want to sound conceited, but I think that it wasn't a bad choice. And I tried very hard this time to not be too pushy in the game, but a lot of times I came out and took kind of a leadership role because I knew some of the prior challenges, and I kind of organized people about getting them together in terms of who might be voted out next. And so I kind of backed off of that at the end. Well, I think that blue's going to continue to do well, and when the merge comes, you're going to find what's left of red and yellow combining forces to battle it out. That's the way it always happens. The underdogs will get together.
Seems to be.
It's wonderful. I've enjoyed every single time I've played, each time more so. I may be retiring from playing the game now after three times you're out, but I accomplished almost what I wanted to. I wanted to get to the merge. That was my ultimate goal, but I managed to stick in there and get some feel for playing the game that I missed the other time, and in terms of strategizing and getting that feeling of not knowing what's going to happen. So, and if we had just won a couple challenges more, it would have been a different story. 11 seconds made the difference there, I think.
Yeah.
I think the four of us would have stuck together really tightly had it not been for the fact that you have to vote for somebody at some point.
Give me the name of one person that you would like to see get an advantage in the game.
On any team?
Any team, anyone out there. Take your time, no hurry.
I'm still going to say Laura. Yeah, because we were together the longest, I think, and we consulted in a lot of stuff, and I don't know better than to trust Laura's, but I did, and I wish her well still. It's a game.
Bring in the tribe.
It is.
This challenge is called Blind Mice. You're gonna have one person who's gonna be the caller. 3 members who are gonna be individually blindfolded. You will put them in order. How do you want them to enter the maze? The caller will be stationed on the ladder at your colored table. They will direct the blindfolded teammate into the maze and then through the maze. There are 3 locations in the maze that have puzzle pieces. You'll easily be able to see them when you're on the ladder. Each bag has a colored tie on it. When you get there, you're gonna have to hold the bag up and your caller will tell you yes or no. Is that your bag? If it is not your bag, you need to put it right back down. Once you have the correct colored bag, your caller will guide you back out to your table. The next person will then be let in by your caller. Once you have all 3 bags back at the table, blindfolds come off, and then you 3 blindfold your caller, and they become the puzzle solver. The 3 of you who had fetched the pieces will be 1 step back from the table. You will guide the caller to solve the puzzle. They will undo the puzzle bags, dump the pieces, and then guide the caller, who is now the puzzle solver, to solve the puzzle. Tatanka, Tocho, decide who's going to be sitting out.
I'll feel around. Send me the furthest way. Is it at the very opposite end?
I just don't ignore it. Somebody else.
Survivors ready.
Put it, go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight. Okay, turn right, go straight. Okay. Put your hand on the left. Follow it around.
Justin in the maze. Courtney in the maze. He's in the maze. Everybody meet up in the center.
This side?
Follow on the left. Here's the one farthest to the right. Farthest down. Farthest to the right.
He's coming back with the bag.
There. Nope, put it down.
Here?
Nope, other one in the middle. Put it down. All right.
Yeah.
Courtney's got her back.
Down?
You're about to wrap it on that. To the right.
What?
Going closer. Okay, stop. You're going straight. You're going straight. You're going to bump into someone. This way to your right. Keep going. Okay, follow it around. Follow it around. Straight. Keep going. Okay, right.
Step forward.
Right. Keep going. Right. Keep going. Left. Come to my
Is
voice.
this it? Yes.
Come back on.
Justin's got his back.
Yep. Good. All right. Kathy, you go. Straight. Left.
Here.
Keep going forward.
Back in the middle. No, stop. On your right. Yeah, pick it up. All right.
Follow that wall to your left.
Pull. Good. Keep going. Follow your left.
That's right. Turn 180. Grab the pole.
Round that pole. Come to me. Okay.
You're good. He's slapping the table, so reach up. Yeah, put the pencils on that. Reach up.
Stop. Take to the table. 1, 2, 3, up. No, left.
There it is. Casey's got their second back. Taka going in the maze. Easy in the maze. Both looking for a third piece.
Behind you. Keep going straight. Keep your hand left.
Follow that wall to the left. To the left.
Here we go. Straight. All right, left. Turn around. Right hand on the pole. Come around.
Which way? There's back.
Follow that whole thing around. Pull it around. Keep going. Okay, follow the left. Follow your left.
No, go on the right. Go to follow one to the right. Yeah.
Where is it?
Now
Go
move to
towards
your
my
left.
voice. Get ready, you're gonna set it right
Here we go. Good. Here we go.
Go straight,
Tojo's got their second piece back.
Is there another entrance? Left. All right, go down. Is there any bags?
Yes.
Go left. Go left around that. Yeah, now you're good.
Casey's got their third back.
Yeah, come to me. They're slapping on the table.
Are we good?
What side of this do I stand?
You can stand behind
Anywhere.
it.
Open it.
This is going to be A1.
Good. Turn left. To my voice.
Jack working on the puzzle for
Okay, the one that you just flipped.
Like 15.
The one in the.
We can't flip them over or anything?
No.
Okay.
We're outside.
Tojo's got their third back.
No, it's not in. All the way back. Right there. Left hand. The one on your left. Nope. That one. Yep.
Okay, just keep going.
Keep doing that.
Because
the
White pieces should go on the outside. Left hand. Yep.
Yeah,
all
red. And then put it that corner.
Start. Put your hand in the middle. Perfect. All right, now right in front of you. Go right there.
Get him so it's the colors. No, wait, be careful.
Jump up.
Okay, put your left hand in the top corner.
Yeah, we can't touch.
yeah,
That's all right. No, you're good.
Okay.
no, I think it's gonna.
Is that it?
All three tribes.
Yes. Just keep turning. We'll tell you when to stop. Right there.
Slide it against the wall. All the way against the wall. Perfect.
Yes.
We got one.
Casey's got a couple pieces.
The puzzle. No.
Casey's still stuck on the corner.
That one. The one in your hand, bottom corner.
Yep, good.
It's like a little wave.
No.
What about the one underneath?
Rotate it. 180. There you go.
Okay, slide that in. There you
Okay, forward.
Tojo's still stuck on two pieces.
Spread out.
Try to spread out the pieces again just a little bit. They're all right side up.
Is that?
No, I'm saying it goes in that middle part.
Feel the bump of the puzzle pieces you already placed.
No,
To the left.
left. Right there?
They're perfect.
Find the
Tocho making very little progress so far.
Yes, that's it. That's good. That's good. Okay, let's find another corner piece. Take your right hand.
It's gonna go on one of the sides.
We think it's gonna go on the right side right now.
No, to the border.
So that pointy part is big. Yes!
There. All right, Jack, move that top one out of the way. All right, drop
This
it,
one
drop
goes
it,
right
Jack.
there. That's
Yep, left hand. Put it down, straight down. No, like on the puzzle.
There.
Yep. Slide it in.
Slide it in. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You're gonna shift it around.
And then put it directly on the border.
No, it's gonna go top right-ish.
There you go.
Find the empty spot.
Yep, rotate. In.
To talk. Yes! Yes!
Nice calling.
I knew you were the caller, man.
You killed it.
There's kids watching, right?
Easy's got about
a ridge on
7.
the
They're
top, though.
more than
There's a
halfway
ridge.
done.
Shove it in there, shove it in there.
There you go.
Yes. Okay. Okay, let's keep going.
This has got to be a corner, right?
This one, yeah. Try that piece
Try
to the
that
top
piece,
left.
yes,
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Which one?
Left hand
Okay,
up
let's
a
keep
piece,
going.
yes.
This has got to be
Exactly
a corner,
how you
right?
had
This one,
it.
yeah. Try that piece to the top
piece
left.
right there.
Underneath.
Top
Yep.
No,
So
move
move
it
the
down.
one,
Give it out.
yes, that left one is wrong. Left hand piece is all wrong.
There you go.
Easy's got another piece. They're down to 4.
Okay, this one together on the right. No, one. Okay,
there you go.
Take it and set right, pretty much right. Okay, pull it down just a little bit. Okay,
There you go. There you go.
No. Nope.
No.
Shit. Where does that piece go?
That's up here.
And then this corner.
Okay. Take that. Put that in the corner. Put that in the back or left or something. Just get it off the table.
Two left.
Right hand. Where? How does that one go?
It needs to go over here.
Okay, you show him. I can't see it right now.
Okay, turn.
You got it. Look at it. Here we go. Turn it.
Did not do well on this.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god! We did it! Put your blindfold on! Oh, we did it!
Easy.
Yes!
Finally.
We get a break!
David, be a tough council in a few minutes.
I know. That was good, you guys.
It was almost inevitable you'd be back here at some point. Was there any talk during the day while you were waiting, while Peasy kept coming back here over and over again, about what would we do if we got back here again, Hannah?
There was some talk amongst different people, bathroom breaks, whispering, or stealing moments apart.
So Leah, do you see that going on? Are you on board that there's obviously not a strong 7 that's just going to stick together forever?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's always like prefaced by saying like, oh, you know, I hope we don't have to go back to tribal, but so there was a lot of that kind of just like whispering back at camp and whatnot.
Maria, do yesterday's tribes still matter, or you've been Tocho now, new Tocho long enough where that's all forgotten?
It's hard to even remember that far. I feel like I've been on this tribe for a lot longer.
Adam, you've been a strong performer in the challenges today. This late now as it gets along, do you start to think, maybe does that make me a target, or do you still say, hey, I'm an asset to this team?
I'm still gonna go, a bull in a china shop every time, John. I'm more brute force over elegance. That's not gonna change. I'm gonna keep giving my all. That's all I can do.
Steven, you're coming up on a vote. It's only minutes away. Was there still a lot of talk as you guys were walking in, or do you think you guys are set on what's about to happen?
There were plenty of whispers. I mean, everyone's trying to just tack down last minute plans, ensure that what you thought was happening is gonna happen, and I hope that's the way it's gonna be, else it'll be very interesting.
Katie, how are you feeling right now? Where do you stand with this tribe?
Overall, I feel like we're a really strong group, but after the last challenge, I worry a little bit about my performance. Maybe I didn't call as well, so a little bit vulnerable, but I really trust this group of people. I'm hoping that we can move forward together.
Justin, Katie just mentioned 2 different things. She mentioned trust and she mentioned challenge performance. There's some balance between them as you go to this vote. How do you sort that out?
This vote is most important trust, improving through 2 votes where you lie if your word is true, and through your vote here you can prove that this is trust, because moving forward whoever is here needs to work together in some capacity to get further in the game with all the people left in the game.
Adam, Tatanka has not even been to Tribal Council today. Is that starting to come up in discussion among you guys?
Oh yeah, John, all the time. We're rooting for red so hard to beat the crap out of blue, and it pains us every time blue wins, and we see their smug faces smiling at each other. Just want to smack them down a little bit. But it's coming. We're waiting. We're getting some swaps. We're going to get some merges, and they'll have their time. We'll get them done.
All right. With that, it's time to vote. Leah, you're up.
This is almost certainly a moot point because I'm pretty sure that I'm going home. But if there's one person that could go home before me, it would be you. I love you, and you are wonderful, and I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Princess Leia, since the Force is not with you, call off Obi-Wan because there's no hope.
Good luck.
I really hope you don't play an idol because otherwise I'm going home. I'm taking a risk, not voting for somebody else, but I think that if I vote for somebody else, it'll really damage my future chances.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out be asked to leave Tribal Council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time. I'll read the votes. First vote, Leah. Leah, 2 votes Leah. Leah, 3 votes Leah. Katie, 3 votes Leah, 1 vote Katie. Leah, that's 4, that's enough. You need to bring me your torch. Leah, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Oh,
You'll get on the real show.
I know. Yeah, say something. Yeah, seriously, bye girl.
Go eat.
Eat lots of food for us. Eat lots of food.
Love you.
Tocho, go ahead, grab your torch.
I wish that they had made eye contact with me and been like a little more sneaky about the fact that I was going home. Cause like on the way up they were like fine, and then afterwards like no one would look me in the eye. You guys have to get a little better before actual Survivor. Yeah, I mean I feel a little bit more confident honestly, like especially just in that last food challenge. Like there was part of me that really thought like that I would be a lot of the times being kind of drug along in the real thing, because you don't see a lot of, you know, 5'4", 100-pound girls being like, you know, dominating the game. The only time they get to the finals is when they're being kind of like drug along with people. So it's kind of, it kind of gave me like a little bit of a confidence boost that I could do like the almost the hardest like food challenge and like get through it pretty well. And just like a couple of the challenges that I felt like I really helped and influenced really well gave me like a little bit of a confidence boost that I think that I could probably get through the real thing. I think before this I was a little nervous, but those 2 nights, like they were so cold and they were pretty rough, and I got through them pretty fine. And I woke up every morning and like knowing that I get up this happy, like even after nights like that, like I feel pretty confident that I could be really good at the next. So our first night, we were the only team, the original yellow with Adam K and I had no tarp, we had no food, we had absolutely nothing, and it was pouring that whole night. So we had made like kind of a type of shelter out of like leaves, but it was on a hill and it was so muddy that none of us slept like a second of that night, not at all. So the fact that like We went to bed really early when we got to our new camp that had a tarp, just because like we were so tired. And I'm sure like none of the other tribes got like a full 8 hours or anything, but I know that they were a little more equipped with like stuff that could give them a little more energy. We were just so dead at that point, and so we were all the way at the outside of the tarp, and I just fell asleep almost instantly. And I know they talked like all night. Like there was people out by the fire because we had kept a fire going, so I know that there was people talking from the whole new tribe besides Adam and I. But I just I was running on empty at that point, and I think I needed just a tiny bit more than most of the other tribes that had tarps. I believe that Katie's on the bottom just for the mere fact that she's played the game before. And that challenge didn't help her. I mean, I knew that they were going to vote me out next because clearly like yellow is not the favorite of everyone today. But Katie didn't do well in that challenge. She didn't do well calling. And I mean, she got voted out early last time, and so even this morning she was like, oh, I don't know if I can take another night of this. Like, this is so much harder than I expected. So I definitely think she's probably on the bottom. Because I think there was like a little tiny bit, like, even if it wasn't like, you know, I think that they were considering maybe voting her out instead of me. But so my idea going in was that I was going to be like really tough, but like I have almost none of that like within me. Like I tried so hard to like walking up for the first challenge, I like tried so hard to keep a straight face, but I just want to smile at everyone. Like, and it's so hard because like I'm sure there are other people out there that just like, but even the people that I didn't like on the team, like I'm sure they're great. Like I'm sure they're great people, and I just like I really enjoyed like spending a couple of days with everyone. Like there wasn't a single person that I met and was like, no, I don't like you. So I wish that I could have been a little more like aggressive and like mean, but I don't think I can. We were sliding down the hill, like our bottom of our tarp was just, like on the ground. We piled up a bunch of like big giant fluffy leaves that we thought would be kind of like cushy, and like everything slid down. Like we woke up like 5 feet lower. We were covered in mud, like our socks were just
Your feelings about the
it's
experience.
like an overwhelming amount of emotions, because both tribes that I was on, we went from like we would get first, and then we get fourth, and then first, and then third, and so it's like such a roller coaster, because you want to take that in and you want to be like confident about it, and you want it to like boost your ego, but you know like you can't let it overwhelm you, and like you have to keep going, which was tough for both of my teams. Bryce is like the last person from Yellow that I really just like had a big connection with, and his team is doing so well right now, so I hope that gets him to the merge or to the swap or to the 2 teams or what have you. But I think he's doing really well, and I'm hoping he's learning a lot, because he didn't catch on quite as quickly. But I think being with Jill and being around a team that's just really succeeding, I think that that's going to give him a confidence boost, and I think that he'll do well in this game.
So if I were to say to you, while your game is over, you can still have an influence on the game. If I were to say who in the game you would like to give an advantage to, would it be Bryce?
100%.